up, you guys? Welcome back. One of my favorite things to do is to actually go through trending gaming shorts on YouTube. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be reviewing some of these and we're going to be reacting to them. We're going to be having a good time. If you want to participate in the conversation, go ahead and write something. And I'll talk to you guys. Okay, let's get started.
I'm challenging myself to build my new gaming setup as fast as possible. I recently tore everything down to move from
I need a new
Austin,
gaming
Texas,
system.
and now we're here. This is gonna be my new gaming room, by the way.
100%.
I swear this wasn't planned. I put the desk in the perfect place. And in case you're curious, this is a butcher's block that I got from Home Depot for $200 and some cheap legs from Amazon. Next up, the monitors and accessories. And instead of making you watch it, I'm just gonna count to 3. 3, 2, 1.
He's got the dual monitors. That's great.
I also did some cable management too. Even though
everybody's got to have dual monitors nowadays.
If you ask me, that's got to be a world record. Mission complete. I'm challenging myself to.
I've got the Mac Mini, and I just don't have enough inputs.
Recently, there are these little emulation devices that can play a ton of old retro games. One of them that kind of blew up was this Powkiddy device. And I realized after watching these TikToks that most people don't want to mess around with the thing. They just want to take it out of the box and they want it to just work pretty perfect.
That's exactly it. With the emulators, you don't have to like download software and find the games at these torrent sites and everything. That's a mess.
35XX. This one's relatively new. Its screen is big and gorgeous. I literally took it out of the box. I went to.
It's good to see that those actually even exist. Although I think all the games on those are illegal. So be mindful about playing those, and definitely be mindful about streaming any content from those.
$55-ish if you get it from Ann Bernick themselves. It's on Amazon for $80, and that's free shipping. So it might be worth it to just get it from Amazon. I've seen these.
Yeah, my opinion. I've got my opinion about this. I'm up in the air about these emulators. I'm guessing most of these games are downloaded illegally, and the creators are not getting any kickback from it, and it puts you at risk. So that's something to think about.
But there's something you should know about flurry rushes. When you do a flurry rush, it's going to knock durability off of your weapons, and this is how you're going to break.
Everybody ready for Tears of the Kingdom?
I personally try to stay away from the flurry rushes, and I prefer to parry. Reason being is when you parry an attack, there is a brief moment that you're going to get a chance to shoot him in the face and stun him, so that we can mount him. Now this is where
by now everybody knows how to kill those guys.
Weapon that you have.
Everybody has their specific technique on how they've figured that out. I mean, that game came out what, 6 years ago?
This is part 4 of testing Dollar Tree tech products. So far we've tested fake AirPods, a gaming mouse, and gaming speakers. Next up is this gaming keyboard that I paid $5 for at Dollar Tree. Let's open this. This is from GamePro, which is the most generic name I've ever heard in my life. Let's go test this out. Back to the comment section's favorite setup. I still have the speakers here, by the way. This is a $100 mechanical keyboard, and this is the Dollar Tree keyboard.
I hope that's not his real gaming setup.
So the keyboard works. It just doesn't feel the greatest to type on. It kind of flexes when you type on it. Plus the RGBs are having this really weird problem. As soon as I plug it in, the RGBs go on, then go off for a second.
Yeah.
When I press the button that is supposed to turn them on and off, it just dims the screen. I don't know what's going on there. Well, it is cool that you're getting a whole working keyboard for just $5.
Yeah, $5. It's not bad. If you're on a tight budget, hey.
This is part 2 of testing Dollar.
Landon's channel blew up after
It's Ludwig
during the subathon. Who's Landon? Slip, fall, and Landon on these nuts. Colin, fuck you.
I have a cousin named Landon.
Come on, bro. You're making me jog back almost a full year. I reacted to a lot of things. It was a month of my life. A lot of things happened. Slip, fall, and land on? Like, really? Landon's channel blew up after you reacted during the subathon? Who's Landon?
Yeah. If you haven't checked out Ludwig, he's got some great clips. Go check him out.
One of the best and most efficient ways
He's a YouTube streamer.
in the wilderness, the Swedish torch. Take a small section of log and split it into quarters. Then shave off the inside corners of each section, but only about 2/3 the length of the log.
This looks like a lot of work.
Then do the same thing to the 3 remaining sections. So now you want to get some small sticks and crisscross them to create a gap in between each section for airflow. Then
I don't think you need to do this. Start a fire. I think there's easier
John
ways.
gonna light a fire inside of the log. At this point, you just want to keep feeding small dead twigs inside of the torch to get your fire going. Get your bacon ready because your torch is getting hot. And
I mean, but hey, it's cool
the
looking.
log I'm using wasn't the best because it has a lot of moisture in it, so I'm just going to keep feeding small twigs into it to get it nice and hot.
We all know that song.
Hitler at the 36 Olympics tweaking on meth.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
He's just sitting there
apparently
walking
he got
around,
high
like
quite
barely
often.
keeping
Oh,
together.
and just flying. He's like, God damn it.
He's gacked out of his and notorious meth user.
Sure, they all were.
What?
Yeah.
That was like
Yeah, that's why he was so paranoid all the time.
What does it do?
These are like what athletes use before games. They put them under their nose, and it like shocks your body.
All right, go ahead.
Can you die from these? No. No, and then
I've
we
never
all die.
understood this.
What do? You have to.
Have you
crack
guys
'em, right?
tried these before?
Crack it open. Crack it open.
How many are there to crack open?
Oh, we all get one.
Oh, I want one.
All right, we do it at the same time.
No,
Why not?
one at a time.
Okay, so Jules, go ahead.
Okay.
I wonder if those ever
Crack it
make
like
people
that, and
sick.
then you sniff it.
Oh, I already ripped it.
Supposedly they're super strong. Look at that. I don't know.
This is the fastest way to kill a Lionel from New Game. In Master Mode, they added a Lionel to the Great Plateau. There aren't many strong weapons available this early in the game, and bonking the Lionel with the metal boulder requires a trip to the Magnesium Shrine. But by wielding its 5-shot Savage Lionel bow, we can kill it just 5 minutes after waking up.
That's impressive. Well, you learn something new every day.
Come out with your hands up. Oh, you want me to come out with my hands?
Put the gun up. Put the gun up. Put the gun up. You gotta.
Oh, man.
Damn, Gio.
He wasn't so sneaky, was he?
If your local gun range allows it and the firing line has gone cold, you can walk around and pick up bullets lying all over the ground for scrap lead. It's particularly fun and efficient if you bring.
I
guns
thought
with
those
you.
were dog
Most folks like
pellets.
to smelt down their lead using a propane burner, but I like to use a wood fire and a blower. It's not only
Looks
cuts
like dog
costs,
food,
it reminds
right?
me I could get this done even in a zombie apocalypse. So once we've skimmed off all these empty bullet jackets and then flux back in the good stuff with a little candle wax, we skim off the last of the dross. Then we can pour all this nice pure lead into my little ingot mold here. By the way, this is extremely hot. Please be very careful and use common sense. But on the note of temperature,
Yeah,
you
let's
should
see.
know that lead
What is
actually
he
cools and
making?
hardens very quickly, so no waiting around. But to be cool enough to handle, a bucket
Okay,
of
so
cool
he's
water
got
does
bars
speed
of
things
lead.
up. So I ended up with 23 pounds of 15 BHN alloy worth about $115. If you're interested in seeing how
That's
I turned this lead
That's
into some
impressive.
awesome
That's a good
300
way to make
blackout
some extra
ammo,
cash on the
hit that
side for
subscribe
some of you
button, and I'll
guys.
see you next.
Okay, so here's the trick you're having a hard time with. Try a heel flip. You never landed a heel flip, right?
No.
You're gonna land it today. Step 1, tie your shoe. Step 2, do you know that place on your
Tie your
toes
shoes, guys.
where your toe starts?
Yeah, your foot knuckles.
Put your toe knuckles on the edge, more on the concave. Actually, the more far forward, the faster your board's gonna flip, and what you need to solve is flipping faster. Rolling, you think it's easier?
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls. Put your front foot back further.
That actually
like
wasn't
down
too
here,
bad.
And try going all the way out, forward. I do think it does.
Is,
help to put your back foot, like, in
skateboarding
this
still like a
pocket
big
in this little
thing?
corner.
It was a
Yeah,
big
right there.
thing when I was growing up.
Keep those legs up.
I feel like it kind of hit its peak with Tony Hawk and like those Tony Hawk games that were coming out.
Never heel flip.
Trying to make it through.
Wow. Well, he got it.
Incredible.
The guy was right.
No one cared who I was until I put on the mask. After 9 hours, the transparent blue Oni mask number 3 is finished. Put the cover back on. I've just sanded the transparent one. I'm going to give you an update. I changed my support settings to use
So
less
he
resin
3D
and
prints
also for easier
masks.
removal. Gave it a squeeze.
Is this
and
his
it just
gig?
pops
Is this
right
what
off.
makes him
It's Glacier
popular
Blue
on
meets
YouTube?
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. There is still some
cool
liquid
looking.
resin left on the model, so it goes into a bath of 99% ice purple alcohol. What if I add blue? Green. I got these resin colorings. Let's add some lemon. Give it a shake.
Put a little bit of a lot of it, generously, like healthcare in America. Give it a stir. I call this Michelangelo sauce. Cowabunga, my guy. I wonder how this will turn out. Let's check back in 9 hours. Needs more lemons. The 20-minute bath is done. Let's remove it to let it dry. Next, it goes into the ultraviolet curing machine for 20 minutes. On the transparent mask, I'm going to add some blue transparent to the spots that I sanded. Then I got carried away, added some colors. The more you f*** around, the more you find out, right? So that's
Let's see what he's actually
No one
making.
cared who I was until I put on the mask. After 9 hours, a transparent blue.
And they don't show you. That's of course. Yeah.
You know what to do when faced with multiple attackers? When dealing with multiple attackers, your goal is to be able to
Don't get in the situation in the first place. That's what you do.
Your goal is to get on the outside of those two attackers to hope that you stay safe. Eric stood still. What he didn't use was footwork. As that punch comes in, he should be ducking under, pushing, and get away. That's his #1 goal. Create the space. Obviously, if he pushed me into Kyle, that's best case scenario, but there's an even better case scenario. Okay, is as Eric is walking around that corner, he sees Kyle come off the wall, he's gone.
Yeah.
Before there's ever a chance, that is your #1 goal.
I've seen stuff like this. You know, one of the big things is sometimes I'll be walking around in shady neighborhoods or at night, and if there's a car that comes up and slows down at all, I just jog 50 yards. And it's like, if you create distance and they're like, and that's somebody that's going to be jumping out of the car to try and rob you,
What to do when faced with multiple attackers?
if they see that you jog every time that they get close, they'll be like, I can't close the gap. They can never close the gap.
World of pain. Your goal is to get on the outside of
Hey Dad, can we turn this Domino's Pizza gourmet?
Yeah, of course I can.
Oh wow. I pretty much got you everything you can get on the pizza just so you have stuff to work with. And then I also got you some dipping sauces.
Ask me to eat this few times a week. I have a problem with that. Once in a blue, yeah, I can do it.
Once in a blue what?
Once in the blue. Yeah, what is a blue?
Start.
Okay, let's go. Let's start. I'm going to make some.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's like I'm gluing something with this. Recycle.
It's the recycling bin.
Is it? Roll it, squeeze it in, make a nice roll, squeeze everything in. Pizza dough. Somebody's going to send me a rolling pin for Christmas.
Okay. Very cool.
The rolled pizza?
Yes.
Rolled pizza.
Burger down, honey flavored barbecue sauce glaze.
This guy knows some secrets I don't. I can definitely tell that.
The glazed barbecue burger, guacamole, burrata, one quail on the top, with a little more yolk.
That looks excellent.
So there's been a problem going around YouTube recently. YouTube have given out subscriber milestone awards for years now. You get one for hitting 100,000 subscribers. This is my 100K play button.
I'm not there yet.
The diamond one for hitting 10 million subscribers, which we did a while back as well. But after 10 million, YouTube don't really hand them out to anybody.
Jacksepticeye.
Which they handed one out for 20 million subscribers. But we hit 20
Maybe you guys can tell me what is it about his channel that's so impressive. This guy has so many subscribers.
What's the deal, YouTube? Now you made it personal. If being the Avengers is what it takes to get our 20 million awards, then I will make the Avengers of YouTube to fight back and get our awards. So there's been a problem.
It's a great short. Maybe that's why he's got so many subs.
These 3 more abilities. The ability to sit comfortably on your shins, which basically means you have really healthy ankles and knees. And next, the ability to L-sit, which means if you end up getting knocked over, you have the strength to pick.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have ever lived in Asia or Southeast Asia, but they instead of like sitting down all the time, a lot of times they'll just squat. They're like the masters of squatting, and us here in the United States, like we don't squat.
Which basically means.
So how it works, if you get to the green flag, you get paid a certain amount. If you get to that black flag at the end, it's the biggest prize. It could be 500 euros, it could be more. Ghostra has been played in seaside villages in Malta since the Middle Ages. I think the next guy's going green.
I've always wanted to go to Malta.
Participants.
I don't know if you guys have ever watched The Count of Monte Cristo.
Legend.
It was filmed largely in Malta, and ever since then I've dreamed of going, but I haven't gone.
Came to play. Yep, he is. Oh!
That's impressive. That was awesome. That was pretty damn cool.
How it works, if you get to the
This is not me.
This is just the motherfucking decoy.
Morgan Freeman, you're in trouble.
I think I just discovered a genius way to make money. You see, I've been investing in the stock market for a while, but I'm not too good at it. But I keep reading articles.
Yeah, neither am I. Every once in a while, I get lucky. Every once in a while.
So I need to think dumber. And nobody's dumber than my YouTube chat. So I gave them $10,000 to invest in whatever companies they wanted. And that's exactly what they did. Subscribe right now so you get updated on the
I wonder how well they ended up doing.
It has
Call of Duty. I just got my new controller. I'll show you guys. Check this out. Check this out. This is what I got. Bam. Beauty, huh? Ching. I got the custom embroidered, custom one with my name on it. My channel name.
Swiftdoor says, everyone crouch. You guys are not.
Those all real people.
Everyone going.
Can I do more dragons? Yes, but trying to repeat it reveals something interesting about my technique. I was lucky.
Let's watch this.
I drew it on a live stream, and it wasn't even me.
Any of you
that
guys
figured out
artists?
It looked like a dragon's head. I just had the skill
That's
to make it.
pretty cool. What do you turn that into?
It gets more difficult because I'm trying to force the ink blot into being something it doesn't necessarily want to be.
Yeah.
As long as I keep forcing it, it will only become harder. Sometimes I'll end up with an ink blot that I won't even see a dragon in and just have to try again. In the end, it isn't even given that any of the new dragons will look as magical as the first one, because in some strange way, drawing ink monsters is 90% luck and 10%.
It's cool to see though. He starts off with this random image and turns it into a cool dragon.
Anytime you do any sort of physical scene with Leonardo DiCaprio, he doesn't understand that it's acting, and he beats the living crap out of it.
Leo, man, when I was young, everybody made fun of this guy, and just look at him.
I got punched in the face for real.
I mean, now who's laughing, right? Just like one of the most famous longevity actors of all time.
There was a scene, which is my favorite scene between us. It is my favorite scene I've ever shot in a movie, actually. And in the sushi scene, the line was written as
I was supposed to say, do you want that last piece of yellowtail?
And I was supposed to say yes, and then eat it. And the first take, he goes, take that last piece of yellowtail, and I go, it's all yours. And then so he had to eat it, so he had to match that take for the rest of the night. And then by the end of the night, he was on the floor throwing up into a waistband. And everyone was like, Leo, are you okay? Are you okay?
You got him.
This steak has been sitting in whiskey for 24 hours, and we're gonna dry age it. We did one with wine, so had to try it out with whiskey. Put it in a filing cabinet and completely...
Yeah, I wonder how that ends up tasting.
24 hours later, that liquid didn't taste good at all.
Yeah, why would you even try to drink that?
Later, it felt like a normal dry-aged steak and had almost no smell, so I was concerned that the flavor hadn't penetrated. After trimming and seasoning simply, I seared for a nice crust. The end product on this one was wild. The whiskey flavor was definitely there. Whiskey combined with dry-aged beef is a match made in heaven, but at the end of the day,
it might be really good.
3 innocent bottles of whiskey should only be done once. Oh yeah.
Well done.
Since people were calling me stupid in my last video for putting two 34-inch ultra-wide monitors together, I admit it is a bit annoying having a bezel right down the middle of the screen.
Yeah, I would think so.
To the widest monitor in the world that money can buy.
Samsung Odyssey G9. Yeah, that's not a good sign.
49 inches, 240 hertz refresh.
Who needs that, right?
Oh my, look at that curve.
First impressions is that it's really heavy.
I'd say this is literally like carrying the weight of like a large toddler.
Also, the monitor stand doesn't really go that high.
Oh, don't tell me that's
I'm not jealous.
What do you think you're worth an hour?
Give me 30 and 100.
30 and 100? Well, I'll tell you what. You keep putting in roots like this, and you show me a nice cap on that, I'll do 40.
Sir.
How much do you think you're worth an hour? $30. $30 an hour.
These guys are selling themselves short.
All right.
Love zombie
What side
games.
were you on Harbor? What do you mean? Where's your stance? Like Pearl Harbor comes around. What do you celebrate?
Bobby Lee.
Number one, face, right? I'm not Japanese, right? Number two,
Okay, well,
I think he's Korean, right?
Number two, you have to understand that the Japanese oppressed Korea for like over 50 years.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
that's
tortured
fine.
our people, right? So, and also number three, face, I'm a American through and through.
I asked Jared what you were, and he says, I don't know, pretty much throw a dart in Asia, and it's one of them.
Yeah, did you really say that, Jared?
Yeah. You think I would say that? Yeah. Which side were you on Harbor?
Oh,
What's
man.
your stance? Like Pearl Harbor comes around. What do you
Bobby
celebrate?
Lee.
One day I get yanked into the bathroom by these two guys, these big jack black guys. They slap the glasses off my face. They pick me up by the shirt and they say, listen, we need money on my books weekly. They tried to extort me. I never sent them the money. I used my brains, and this is where the paying for protection part comes into play. I found the biggest guys in prison that were in that unit, and I befriended them. It wasn't like, hey, I'm going to give you money to protect me. It was using the fact that I was this young white kid and using the fact that they didn't have much money.
What is it you're thinking you want to watch
In
there,
other prisoners'
Velasca?
eyes, it looked as though they were hustling me. These guys that were protecting me were hustling me, so other people wouldn't get involved with that because then you would be knocking off their hustle. So I was giving commissary to these people. and
Yeah,
they would
prison
look
is a
after me. No
weird
one would
system,
bother me
right?
Because other inmates didn't want to affect these guys' hustles. One day,
Don't tell me what you do.
What are you going to guess?
Yes.
Are you?
And I want you to rank your job on a scale from 1 to 5 across these 5 categories.
Okay.
I guarantee that I will be able to guess it.
That's a statement.
Pay.
Huge.
30,000,
More.
50,
More.
100K.
That'll do.
What'd you do? Okay. Flexibility.
Flexibility.
Pigeon.
5.
Creativity.
Probably 5.
At your job or about the nature of the work itself?
Both.
So you make bank, you can work from anywhere, and it's also super creative.
Yeah.
Wow. What about how future-proof it is?
Sentiment and
Nice, nice,
So it needs
nice.
some human touch.
I'm sorry, is it? I'm sorry. You okay? You're doing a little bit cheating, you know. Maybe can I show you a good technique?
I like these where these guys go undercover. That's always fun.
Can I clean a little bit here? No warm up? You don't want to? No, it's my warm up.
Well, Velasca, go ahead and put what you're interested in the chat. I might open it up in a side window and see what we got.
Like this. It's for back. Oh, it's good exercise. Doing like this.
This video of a spinning chip got over 24 million views, so I'm making Duber43 a trophy. This all started because YouTube won't send him a 100,000 subscriber play button, so I'm gonna make a spinning metal chip out of aluminum. I don't know if you know this, but YouTube won't send you a play button or monetize your channel if all you do is repost memes. Sorry kiddo, I don't make the rules. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but
Yeah.
we all agree that the spinning chip is one of the best videos.
They're gonna want something original, right?
Duber43 deserves some kind of recognition for this.
So why is the spider not biting you?
The spider's not biting me because I'm not applying any pressure to its body. Ooh, now I can't see her.
That's scary.
Going around that side. And
Is that a Black Widow?
as I don't apply pressure, hopefully she will stay calm and I will not be bitten. All right, she feels very comfortable right there on the edge of my thumb. I'm going to keep my hand incredibly still. You may notice that the tone of my voice has slightly changed. That is because she is right on the edge of my thumb. You see that?
We're gonna go ahead and look that up in a
She's comfortable.
side window.
My thumb.
Velasca.
And without me talking real loudly next to her, she's just thinking, okay, I'm hidden. I was captured from my web. Don't worry, sweetie. We're going to put you right back in the web. Nothing to fear.
So why is the spider not biting you?
The spider's not biting me because I'm not applying any pressure to its body. Ooh, now I can't see her. Where is she? Going around that side. And as long
Velasca.
as I don't apply pressure, hopefully she will stay calm and I will not be bitten. All right, she feels very comfortable right there on the edge of my thumb. I'm going to keep my hand incredibly still. You may notice that the tone of my voice has slightly changed.
Yeah.
Because she's
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out, Velasca. I need to check into copyright stuff and what they let me play and things like that. I know that a lot of times they're pretty onerous with music on these streaming platforms, but I'll look into it, and if it's free copyright, and I'll be happy to play it on some of my streams.
Not biting me because I'm not applying any pressure to.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Ooh, now I can't see her. Where?
Just one quick question, Your Honor. Is there any way to can that be deferred?
I'm going to give you $1 million to buy out your patents, product, everything.
Yowza.
I will give you 3% of net sales on whatever I sell for life.
Would you be willing to do that offer where we can have 5% equity of our company still? And that way...
I love Shark Tank. I've watched so many seasons of this show.
You don't even need that.
Honestly, though, physical products. So I actually have a business. I sell courses. I sell online courses. And I've been doing that for close to a decade now. And I will tell you, digital products is the way to go. You have very low overhead. Whether you don't have to hold your inventory somewhere. You don't have all these shipping and logistical issues associated with a physical product.
Oh my gosh, this is so incredible. Amazing.
You see these people that build incredible products, but it is a grind. I mean, even having the capital to be able to build enough inventory to sell a winning product is difficult to get.
My grandfather fought in the Korean War, but I do want to show a picture of him because he did fight in the Korean War. And so Bobby should respect and love this. There's my grandfather.
Oh, shit.
Now that, smoking a cigarette there.
You know, I'll be honest with you.
Look at it. Don't say anything.
I just barely got some genealogical books from my parents with a lot of this info with my grandparents, great-grandparents, a lot of pictures. It was kind of cool. I was going through it, showing it to my kids.
If Henry came.
This customer sent in their Xbox controller to be customized with a note, 9859. I watch you guys all the time, and I'm really excited for my first custom controller. Well, you got it, man. Taking off all the screws so we can access the insides. Here goes.
Let's see what they make.
Take off the front shell.
Is it going to be as cool as my new controller?
But we're going to leave the normal rumbles in.
Let's see. Is it going to be as awesome as this?
Board has a lot of screws to it, so we're
I don't think so.
And next, we're taking out the buttons and the home button, adding in purple and blue front buttons for them. Next, you got a light blue LED, so we're going to be throwing that on there. Slap that boy in there, put that first board on, take that second board, put it on there, screw it all back. And you did get a left light blue trigger and a white right trigger, so we're going to be soldering up the mouse clicks right now. Going to be adding some extra glue on there, adding some blue bumpers there for color. That's what he wanted. Adding the back shell, the front shell, and man, this thing turned out super clean. There's that light blue LED for you, man, and yeah, it's on the way.
Yeah, it looks cool. That's all right. Any of you guys play Airsoft or any of these different games? These clubs actually seem really cool.
You are the epitome of twink death.
What is twink death? He's not close to it. Can you speak on this?
Whoa, to be clear, he was.
What is this?
Twink death? I don't even know what that is.
Twink and then no longer looks like a
I was
twink.
very fuckable back in the day.
And he used to look. They're different points,
fuckable.
but
Are you saying you're not fuckable now?
No.
You're.
I made myself unfuckable.
Why? Why
Because
did
I
you?
was tired.
What? Who would admit that?
First is that I was tired of people having me as their profile picture and acting like I was cute. I absolutely fucking hated that.
Oh my god.
And the second was that I turned 21 and
Yeah, catfishing.
because I was very straight.
Really attractive people will oftentimes have their images stolen by catfish.
What is twink death?
Joke's over. You're dead.
Oh my god. Nashi?
What games are you guys playing right now?
Bro.
Oh yeah.
I just barely re-downloaded
Jessica
COD.
Card posted this video to Twitter of a degloved Furby hooked up to a breadboard. She actually hooked up ChatGPT to a Furby using a Raspberry.
All right, you guys. That's what I have for you in terms of trending shorts today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe, tune in, and we'll see you next time.